Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm the Angry Simmer. In today's video, we are in SanMyshino. SanMyshino. And I actually decided to make this build because I had the weirdest dream about an apartment that I was looking at moving into whenever I was in college. It's called Couple Station Loft in St. Louis. It's amazing. And of course, like, the dream was crazy. Like, friends of mine had moved into it and I went over to see it, and they're only 1 or 2 bedroom apartment. But anyways, in this dream, it was like a 3 bedroom and they turned one of them into like a giant trampoline room. And I was just like, oh, I'm so jealous. I really wish I could live here. Darn it. And I'll try and recreate the actual Couple Station Loft maybe later on this week. But for now, I just wanted to build in the loft basically in SanMyshino and use some of FelixAndre's windows and doors because gorgeous. And I kind of imagine like the people who own this, because they're both artists, that maybe they, got some doors or reclaimed them from an older building that was being torn down because it's dilapidated, and they just, made it able to live on. So I thought it was cool. I do put in a different door here clearly, but then I make it into a bedroom back there, and I switch around the floor plan from what is normally thought of in here. I did notice some of my CC cabinets are working now and some are not, but I just didn't want to use this particular one that I just downloaded. Imagine that. Even though I downloaded it for this particular build, I still went with Peacemaker because, Peacemaker's incredible. So there you go. But I really enjoyed making this one, and actually I got a chance today to sit down and just crank it out. So it was all recorded in one piece. There's no clipping that I had to do. It was so nice. All I had to do was pull out the end where I turned off the video recorder, and I was like, oh, glorious. It was a nice feeling. I usually don't get a chance to just crank it out between my animals and my husband. It doesn't work out that way, and it's just, I can't complain about it. That means I'm loved, so hey. But I am right now doing this voiceover while Hey Harry is doing a stream, so I'm kind of hoping that I can get this done in one hit too, so I can go back to her stream, because she got affiliate status on Twitch today, and I'm super excited for her. A lot of work goes into that, and I highly recommend that you guys go listen to her. She live streams on Twitch every Monday, Thursday, and Saturday. And they're always a ton of fun. There's great people in there. There's a great chat. And then, there's Harry's incredible building skills. So it works out, it's a good time. Once again, I probably sound crazy. I am recording this on Monday right after I went to the orthodontist and got my braces taken off. Popped out my Invisalign. But because they scanned my teeth for the aligners before everything was done, they're just a little tight right now. It hurts. I'm having a bad day for that, so I probably still sound a little bit slurpy, but hey, whatever. You guys are used to it by this point. Hopefully you'll get to hear my real voice in a week. Yes, I finally, because I have to wear these retainers for a week, just like I did my aligners, and then after that, I had so much trouble picking out the flooring in here because I kind of wanted to do concrete, but yeah, anyways, I only have to sleep in these retainers after a week, so I'm excited. But yeah, I eventually went with this dark hardwood instead of the concrete floors, just because I felt like taking concrete up to this level, because I feel like they're remodeling it, so there wasn't originally concrete floors up there. So I feel like even though they're artsy and concrete is usually what's in lofts, it made more sense to me that they would have, tile and flooring, like old hardwood that was in the building originally, because it was, some sort of crazy cool place beforehand. I don't know, maybe a shoe factory, then there'd be concrete up there. I don't know. My Sims will come up with something, I'm sure, when I'm in gameplay, and hopefully your Sims will too. Please remind me in the comments to upload my creations for you guys to download, because sometimes I forget that. Hopefully today's music is also quiet enough that you can hear me. I need to go in and figure out how to adjust some things with my microphone, because I am up against it and it's still not picking up my voice very loudly. So I don't know what's going on. And it's a really good microphone. Maybe it's just because I'm a quiet person. I don't know. But yeah, I think I'm going to try and do the Couple Station Loft remake tomorrow. I've got a lot to do this week just with cleaning up the house. It is an absolute mess. Unlike my builds, which don't have a bunch of clutter. My biggest problem is I have a lot of clothing and 2 hampers. And my husband just went and bought himself like 8 new pairs of jeans and t-shirts, so that when I don't feel like doing laundry, he doesn't, have to get cranky about it. Or he doesn't get cranky, but he doesn't have to worry as much, because he literally, like, if you looked at our closet, I have 2 walls of the closet and he has the 3rd one, and mine are jam-packed over there. Like, I have to physically manhandle my clothes to scoot it open, because I'm a hoarder when it comes to clothes. And he had like 4 shirts and 3 pair of jeans, so I was constantly washing his stuff, which is causing wear and tear. And so finally, after forever of complaining to him that he needs to get some more clothes, he went and did it on his own. That's the real trick with men, is make them think it's their idea. Here I put in some vases, which I just very quickly went past. But I kind of imagine that these girls are kind of well traveled, and they brought those back from Egypt. Maybe they went there on because one's a painter, one's a writer, and I feel like they went in college to maybe do their art classes, like their art residency, because I know in art school you do have to travel. That is one of the requirements. Maybe they went to Egypt instead of Paris. Funny, speaking of that, my cousin, I had to pick her up, my husband and I had to go get her car because it broke down at her work. And then once we got to her house, her younger sister, who is a senior this year in high school, my sweet little Kelsey, I swear, I call her my river song, because we jokingly say that, she's really our child. Anyways, Doctor Who reference. And moving on, she comes outside, she's so excited, she goes, I finally figured out which college I want to go to. I figured out the art school I want to go to. And I'm like, oh, that's exciting, because she's extremely talented, and I live vicariously through her, because I wish I could be an artist, and she's brave enough to be poor and be an artist. She tells me, yeah, it's awesome, but I have to, figure out how I'm going to pay $900 a month for rent, because it's out in California. And I'm like, why are you going to rent an apartment? Why don't you just live in the dorms? You can get, student loans for that, and you can get grants and things like that for that. And she's like, the school doesn't have dorms. And I'm like, oh my gosh, why? And then she tells me the professors are people from Disney and Pixar. I'm like, well, I guess you're going to have to figure out a way to make $900 a month then, aren't you? Because, what better way to jump into the industry that you want to be in than to work with people who have connections to the 2 biggest companies out there. And I've got to say, I'm super jealous. I would love, like I said, to be an artist. I just realized I didn't put an easel in here, and one of the girls' main things that she wants to do, her life aspiration is to be a painter, so that's a problem. Side note for Maxis, could we get a little deeper control over their personalities? 3 things is not enough to make the sim. It's just you're got them boiled down so low. It's hard to make a dynamic character. I could use some I want to be a politician. I want to be a police officer. I want to be a model. I want to be an internet sensation. That one I want to be. But, you know, we need a little bit more from the gameplay aspect of like what they want in their life aspiration isn't just, you know, love or money or a home. Which, by the way, right there, those couches are also FelixAndre from his November set. So, yeah, you guys should go check that out. I'm crazy in love with him. If I could have FelixAndre and Peacemaker make everything for the game, that's goals for me for the game. So max this higher than please. Wow, I didn't realize how jumpy I was in this. I apologize, guys. I will try to be a little bit smoother. I think the thing is, I move kind of slow whenever I'm decorating, especially when I don't have a specific idea in mind. I'm just kind of putting things together as the idea hits me, and then I speed it up to 5 times, and yeah, then it's really jumpy because I'm trying to make it where it's not, you know, the slowest thing in the world to watch me jump through these things. So anywho, like I was saying about the 2 girls that live here, I imagine that they're artists, that they're well traveled, and I also imagine that they're in maybe their late 20s and they like to entertain. And so they have, you know, a little outdoor kitchen here that they put in after they purchased the loft, and they have lots of seating in the house, lots of places to have a very nice dinner party. But also, I feel like maybe one of them, their parents had passed away, and maybe really enjoyed gardening. So once I got that thought in my mind, I started adding plants everywhere, and it was kind of like an obsessive sort of idea where they wanted to do something to kind of honor their parent, and so they turned the outdoor spaces into kind of, you know, a magic garden or a secret garden up in the sky, to, you know, say, hey, I miss you. This is, you know, my way of celebrating you, who you were. But, you know, as good as they are at actually growing things and making sure that they're healthy and happy and well watered, they're not super duper, like this particular sim isn't super duper organized. And so everything like gets set around, and there's just a bunch of it because they really got into it and they over purchased and just have just all of it, just everything they can get their hands on. They go to the flea markets and galleries and all kinds of stuff every single chance they get to purchase plants, because that's what maybe their grandma or their mom really loved to do, was plant. And maybe some of these are also plants from her house. Whenever she passed away, they gathered some things up. So I was gonna put like a little workbench here to have all this stuff out there, but I kind of felt like it was a new death, like it was sudden, so they really haven't had a whole lot of time to, you know, get all the things that they would need. And so I decided that it was this sim. Whoever sits at that desk is the sim. But we are actually in the screenshots. Holy moly. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, hit the like button, hit the subscribe and share. Show your friends, show your family, show the rest of the simming community, and come back and see me next time. Thanks, guys. Have a great day. Bye.